opening night. Great to be here with you, Clark.
Always great to be with you as well, B.A. And this is perhaps my favorite night of the year when you talk about the NBA opening night. So much excitement, so much anticipation, and we know the rest of the season will deliver.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards, and it's Jokic in at the 5. Now here's George. Out to the right wing. George, a screen on Jokic. Here's Embiid. Oh, and a dunk by Embiid!
Boy, this big guy, Joel Embiid, is a center with an awesome dunking arsenal.
Murray against Maxey. Gordon with a screen on Maxey. And it's Murray off the drive. He drops it from range. Gordon's got 5.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Murray against Maxey. Pass to Grimes. And here's Embiid. Clock at 6. Late clock. The Sixers need to pull one up here. George, no good.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
So it's Philadelphia now. After the Nuggets picked up a basket just a moment ago. Embiid from outside. Sinks it from distance. Embiid's got his second basket.
Not known for a quick release, but Embiid showing he has that ability as well.
Pass to Jokic. Launches a 3. And another 3 for Denver.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
Now we'll go to Allie LaForce, who had a chance to talk with head coach Nick.
Wow, the athleticism of Maxey, impressive.
Murray against Maxey. Gordon with a screen on Maxey. Gordon outside. There's the 3. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Murray's got his 3rd assist of the night.
You got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Now here's George. Knocked loose. Porter with the steal. Back come the Nuggets on the run. He goes up, and then Porter with the dunk.
Tremendous effort from Porter Jr., snagging the ball and pushing it back up the floor on a solo mission.
Maxey passes to George. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. They're leading by 8. Inside, here's Porter. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. George's shot is off. Denver has gone 3 of 3 from outside and looking sharp here in the first. And Gordon with the big finish.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Now here's Embiid. 5 points in the game. Here's the pick. Drives to the hoop. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Embiid's got 7 points.
Defense can't slow Embiid on the drive. I mean, he's just got so much body mass and momentum. Hard to stop him.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Murray from outside.
That missed the side. They're off to a strong start at the offensive end.
Yeah, they're scoring with confidence, making them count in the early going here.
Back to Maxey. $5 on the clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Maxi's got his second bucket on the night.
Boy, the defense was looking for something different there. Maxi kept it himself off the pick that time.
Gordon with a screen on Maxi. And it's Murray finishing it off.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Embiid. Denver getting their last shot to go. Driving inside. Sinks another one. He's on a roll, starting 4 for 4.
Perfect from the field this quarter. Gotta wonder how long he can sustain it.
Here's Murray. It's hauled in by the Sixers. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
And it was an entertaining game, but hard to win when you're inconsistent.
And in that game you mentioned, it was a great game. The reserves played a huge role.
Goes back up. Aaron Gordon, he's been the guy making things happen for Denver. He made a big impact. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Nuggets.
But we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
But how about their scoring in transition as well? That's been a big factor to this point. Are those high tops or track shoes these guys are wearing? My goodness.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5. Three-pointer Embiid. The shot comes out.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Now Murray. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Looking at the 2K leaderboard. Here were the NBA's top dime droppers last year. Nikola Jokic, 3rd.
Not a lot of guys had better vision on the floor than him. He was able to see passing lanes and ready shooters no one else could.
Clark, when it comes to someone like Aaron Gordon, it seems like he makes at least one jaw-dropping play every night.
Well, when you've got that kind of special athleticism, B.A., you can do that. You can make highlight-type plays just by virtue of your activity and giftedness as an athlete. But he's become a heck of a basketball player, too. You always knew the athleticism was there, the energy was there, the work rate was there. But now you're seeing the skill development. I love watching him work.
And Maxi, here we go. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Maxi so good at breaking you down off the dribble. Great skill.
Pass to Jokic. Jokic on the drive. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Boy, that's a powerhouse drive by Jokic. Busting up the defense and getting to his shot.
Maxi with it. Checked by Gordon. Here's Yabusele. No points so far. Kicks it to George. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Up top, Gordon. Uncovered. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 5 assists in the game. For 3, Maxi. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
With the speed at which Maxi plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
Jokic with a screen on Maxi. The drive by Murray. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. And was there a guy more fit to run that 2023 team than Murray?
I don't think so, Brian. I mean, think about what Murray did. After coming off an ACL injury, he leads them to the finals along with Jokic and the rest of his teammates, and he went off in every playoff series. Tough shots, clutch shots, timely shots. Incredible stuff by Jamal Murray.
With the drive, Grimes banked it in off the glass. Grimes has got his first points of the game.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Maxi against Murray. We've got 1:55 left to play in the second quarter. Gordon against Maxey. Outside for Porter. Tipped.
Timed it beautifully, and George able to send it back with authority.
76ers trail by 3. Left side Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Oh, Embiid with the slam.
Dropping the hammer. That's why Embiid looks to get deep inside position.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. From deep, Jokic. It's rebounded by George. The 76ers have gotten an impressive 6 of 8 shots to fall in the second. Grimes, the pass to George. The kick out to Maxey. Pass to Grimes. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
George with a steal. 46 seconds left in the second. That puts them in the lead.
Their success from mid-range has really set them apart today.
Simply taking advantage of what the defense has given them, and they've really made the most of it.
Powerful stuff from the Joker. The defense doesn't want any of that, and I don't blame them.
Here's Embiid. Denver grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Pass to Murray. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
This is his second trip to the free throw line in this one.
And guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
Oubre against Gordon. Pass to McCain. Drummond to screen on Murray. 4 on the clock. Left side Oubre from about 16. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The Nuggets on top, up by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Where's the game plan? Seems like they're making things up as they go along, like Kenny.
I think we're all too guilty. And later on, some appreciate you joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, you got to like what Aaron Gordon has done in this game.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
We've got George, and it's Grimes in at shooting guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Hey, you can't diminish Westbrook's triple-doubles, but just as important to me are the intangibles. His passion, his tenacity, his competitive spirit and drive. I mean, that infects the whole team in a positive way.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
So hits one and misses one at the line. Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
And the 76ers making a change here. Lowry's checked in.
Second team foul. Now into the lineup.
And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. And it's Westbrook off the drive. And Westbrook slams it home.
When Russ makes up his mind to drive it, watch out. He's such a fierce, dynamic athlete. A full head of steam, and he's cooking.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first.
And here we have last season's best free throw shooting teams. Second, Philadelphia.
I thought their coach really did a fantastic job of getting all of the guys on the team to realize the importance of free throws. You know, last year where they were great, excellent from the line. This year, they're hoping to do even better.
Butler's checked in for Lowry. Back to Watson. The 3. And that one comes off the assist by Westbrook. Watson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
That would be 4 in a row for him now as they have come racing out of the gate to start the second half.
And it's Butler who slams it down.
A dynamic finish, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Drummond with the screen. Here's George. Butler passes to Drummond. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The shot from the low post is good.
Boy, a little contact will not deter Drummond. I mean, he gets physical right back and finishes strong.
And there's Jordan on the assist by Westbrook. Jordan's got his second basket on the night.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Watson with it. He's got 5. Pass to Westbrook. Uses the glass on the layup. And now it's a 9-point Denver lead.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
It's George on the wing. Defended by Watson. And George with the jam.
Really difficult to contain Paul George in these pick and roll sets because of his speed. I mean, that's one element that gives him a great advantage. He's really good at making decisions in tight spaces and in these pick and roll situations.
Westbrook right side. Another shot. Drummond grabs the miss. And so it's Butler who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. They trail by 7. Pass to Drummond. Drummond with the screen. Grimes, the pass to Drummond. Outside for Butler. Over Westbrook, and they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
And defensively, they really limited their opponent's field goal percentage. Top 5 in that category. They do a great job of communicating at that end.
And you look at their assist, top 5 in the league, specifically because of how committed they were to moving the ball and making sure they got great looks. Pass to Chanchar. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Here's Chanchar. Off target with the 3. And here's Oubre. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's the Denver Nuggets closing. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. And Denver, looking at who they've got to start the 4th. They've got DeAndre Jordan, Russell Westbrook out there with Peyton Watson, and it's Chanchar in at the power forward position. Off the inbound, and Embiid with the slam.
You know, with his size and offensive versatility, the defense really has its hands full with Embiid.
Counted.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
The kick out to Maxey. Back to Embiid. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
That's his second.
It goes on Aaron Gordon.
You know, what I respect about Embiid, in addition to his tremendous skill and size, is his willingness to keep working on himself. He's already an elite talent, but if he sees any room for improvement, he'll go to work to make it happen.
Gordon on the wing. Porter a screen. And Gordon with the big finish.
Hey, listen, Gordon once jumped over a mascot while putting the ball under his legs in a dunk contest. I mean, he's one of the most ridiculous athletes and dunkers we have in the game.
Over to the left wing. Oubre, a screen on Jokic. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
With his diverse offensive game, 7 feet tall, maybe a little north of that, and 280 pounds, Embiid might be the toughest assignment in the league.
And it's Murray finishing it off.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
And then Embiid with the dunk.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic 2-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Murray's shot is good.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Here's Embiid. Pass to McCain. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
And they're just 1 foul now away from the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Paul George, he's checked in for Philadelphia. McCain's shot is off.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And here's Gordon from the arc. Pure from 3-point range. Gordon's got 21.
You've got to get out on Gordon now, even from way outside. His deep ball continues to look better.
Here's Maxey. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark. The Nuggets lead by 16. Here's Jokic. And there it is for him.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
When we talk about wings in the NBA, George is as good as anyone passing the rock.
Murray's shot is good.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial. Doing all he can so far, but they still find themselves trailing.
Porter, the pass to Murray. The 3. The rebound by Embiid. 76ers trail by 15. A minute 35 left in the 4th. George, a screen on Jokic. And then Embiid with the dunk.
BA,
The one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that.
part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Down low. Maxey passes to Embiid. Oh, nice job, Embiid.
Inside, Embiid has almost too many options. A lot of ways he can get it done.
And the clock will wind.
Yet another assist.
And he's nearing this franchise's single-season record for assists, piling them up all year long.
And he and his teammates have such chemistry at this point. There's that unspoken connection and understanding of how they want to play. Maxey finds George. And George with the jam.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
Now they're playing with urgency. They could have done it much earlier before the game was out of reach.
Maxey against Murray. Out to Gordon for three. Rebound by Philadelphia.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Here's Yabusele. 6 to shoot. George outside. This one for three. Offensive rebound. Embiid fires the three. Ooh, poked away. Gordon on the take. And Gordon with the big finish. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant.
season strong.
Kevin, I think it means more if you're a young team. If your roster is filled with veterans, you're looking at the bigger picture.
So the New York starting five. Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at the two-guard spot.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with it.
Maxey, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's Brunson. Here's Towns. And the layup's good off the glass.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
Embiid drives in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. With the league's 65-game rule, Joel Embiid might have trouble making another All-NBA team.
Yeah, he's only reached that 65-game mark twice in his career. But he's still a lock to make the Hall of Fame, Kevin, because of how dominant he is when he plays. And look, he's already got an MVP.
Here's Maxey. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Outside, George, 6 to shoot. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And it's really hard to knock George off his balance. He's just so long and strong. Nice take there.
Maxey against Brunson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. GA, as you know, Jalen Brunson is a second-generation NBA player.
Yeah, his dad, Rick Brunson, was an 11-year vet who also played overseas and eventually settled in as a coach in this league. So Jalen grew up in those NBA locker rooms.
Here's Maxey. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And how great are they playing? 4 for 4 shooting to start this one.
And here's Brunson. He's got 6. Knocked away. Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
What you love about Max is he plays with so much energy, it's hard to keep up with.
Brunson kicks to Hart. Brunson outside. Here he goes. Bucket is good. Brunson's got 8 points.
Can't overplay Brunson to shoot. He will go right past you.
Maxey attacking. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Outside for George. Pass to Grimes. Over Hart. Shot by Grimes. No good. The Knicks have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
And talking about the Knicks, GA, do you feel they took a step forward last season?
I do. I mean, losing in 7 in the conference semis with all the injuries they had, that really kind of set them back. They ended that game 7 with the Pacers missing 4 of their starting 5. So, no doubt, expectations will be high.
Towns finds Brunson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Maxey.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
And so George will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Yabusele. George with the screen on Hart. Yabusele passes to Grimes. Embiid is at the elbow. good with time running down in the shot clock. Embiid's got his second basket of the game.
A gifted interior scorer. When Embiid establishes himself down there, he is almost automatic. He's just got it on automatic right now, shooting 100%, and that'll keep your confidence high.
Here's George. Jalen Brunson picking up that last basket. Here's McCain. Brunson covering. They set the pick. Drives to the hoop.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Here's Brunson. Yep, it counts. Brunson's got 14.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And so the first quarter comes to a close. Both teams scoring well, but it's all tied up. Live. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
We've got Yabusele, also George out there. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now, here's Hart. Not a lot of room. Here's Towns, and the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
Silky smooth there from the mid-range. Cat's mechanics on that jump shot are excellent.
Back to Embiid. George with the screen on Towns. Here's Embiid, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Doughton's checked in. Brunson up top. 14 points for him. Brunson, hard finish inside.
This is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Hey, Kevin, as always with Tom Thibodeau teams, they are level-headed. He said of his Knicks, we want guys to sacrifice and put the team first, but there has to be that belief. When your best players have it, your entire team ends up having it. We know if we stay disciplined, we'll have a chance to win. Kevin?
A very good chance, D.A. Thank you. Here's Anunoby. Brunson finds Bridges. And what a play! Just snatched out of the air. Credit the block. To the middle. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Embiid with the screen on Brunson. Back to Embiid. Embiid powers it down.
A list of guys as strong as Joel Embiid in this league is very short.
Brunson the pass to Hart. Brunson outside. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
George against Anunoby. And it's George missing. New York trailing. Bridges attacking. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Knifing his way towards the rim. I love when Mikal gets aggressive.
George passes to Grimes. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Embiid, no good. So the 76ers, their last game, a loss to the Bulls. Now here's Brunson. 18 points for him. Out to Bridges. Balls through. He's now made 2 of 4. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Now Brunson fires from deep, and there's Bridges on the assist by Brunson. Bridges has got 7 points for the quarter.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
And it's George finishing it off.
Punishing the rim there. When George makes up his mind he's going to dunk it, there is not much you can do.
50 seconds left in the first half of the game. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. Embiid against Hart. Towns down low. That one falls.
Yeah, an incredible offensive force. Towns showing that strength and touch off. This guy can do it all.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And I know he was pleased with his foul shooting last year. How about 87% from the line?
Maxey with it. Now guarded by Towns. Inside, Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
With the ability to make plays from the wing, Paul George is a complete offensive player.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Brunson with it. 18 points for him. And there's the defensive 3-second call. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4. And so he hits the technical free throw.
And not the same rhythm or approach that he had in the first quarter when he was taking it straight to the teeth of the D and really creating contact. Like to see him get back to that here in this quarter.
Shot clock at 3. The close range shot is good from Brunson.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And so it's the New York Knicks with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
Looking at Philadelphia, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes. And then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
Let's move on, shall we? To that first half we just watched. Guys, a tremendous start for Jalen Brunson. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
On the court for the Knicks, we've got Mikal Bridges. OG Anunoby is out there with Hart. Then there's Towns, and it's Brunson in at the point guard. Back to Brunson. Towns against Drummond. Towns, no luck.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
And here's George for 3. And Karl Anthony Towns pulls it down. The Knicks leading by 4. And here is Bridges. He has 7. Pass to Towns. New York needs to get off a shot. Anunoby, no good. Philadelphia shooting an unreal 70% from the field, making a mockery of this defense.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
From deep, Brunson. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
That's not how you want to come out of the break. 3 straight misses. They need to settle in quick.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Achua, he's checked in for Towns. Andrew Shamet comes in for OG Anunoby. And Cameron Payne subbed in for Jalen Brunson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Maxey.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Cameron Payne taking 2 shots.
Payne hits them both.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The 76ers trail by 3. Here's Maxey. 10 points for him. And it's Edwards, top of the key. Banked in off the glass.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Payne kicks to Hart. Now here's Payne, covered by Oubre. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last several months for him.
And it's really been a nice trend for him over these last several months. He's been steadily improving in terms of his scoring output. That extra production making him more valuable the further we get along in this season.
The shot by George, no good. The Knicks have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Good work there as it goes. And the Knicks lead by 3.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
That is fierce. You want to see a player with no fear? That is Tyrese Maxey.
Hard to talk about a guy who can completely take over. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
Maxey looking it over. And there's the drive. George against Hart. Here's Edwards.
Oh, wow. Goodness. Man. Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Out to Bridges. Out of bounds. It'll be 76ers ball.
And a moment to check out Tyrese Maxey here. Coming off a terrific season. And he also finished in the top 20 of the assist rankings, making plays for others and making his teammates better.
Oh, yeah, one of the most dependable scorers in the league. He really saved them in several games a season ago. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Walker's checked in for Paul George. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Eric Gordon. Here's Walker outside Lowry. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges. With a break in the action, we go to the 2K leaderboard. See the teams that excelled at slowing the pace down a campaign ago. Second, the Knicks.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the 76ers. Butler comes in for Kyle Lowry. The Knicks also changing it up. Towns, he's checked in for Achua. And Anunoby subbed in for Landry Shamet. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Oubre, and finished off by Oubre.
A powerful finisher. Oubre Jr., you deserve to get dunked on when you let him get inside.
Here's Brunson. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. On the wing, Anunoby. Edwards defending. Anunoby, good.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
With the crossover, Butler, no good. The Knicks with the lead. Brunson outside. Driving inside. Drops in the layup for 2. Brunson's got 23 points.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
at the close of the third quarter. Still a close game, and both teams putting up points in a hurry. Knicks lead by 3. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Edwards, Abusele out there with Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Embiid with the screen on Brunson. Edwards kicks to Maxey. Out to Edwards. Off target from three-point range.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Brunson outside. Tipped away. Fast break Philadelphia for the finish. Finishes the break with a slam.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
That's the last thing you need to happen down the stretch. Let's see how they respond to the devastating punch.
And Brunson the basket on the assist by Towns. Brunson's got 4 this quarter. Here's Maxey. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
I'll tell you, when Maxey gets into his rhythm, he can go all night long.
Here's Brunson. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. The 76ers trail by 3. Driving in, and he gets it to go as they call the foul. He's on his way to the line for one more.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
George is checked in for the 76ers. Towns, a screen on Maxey. And Brunson, here we go. Here's Towns, and Embiid with the block.
Love to see Embiid swatting down shots, taking advantage of his size and frame.
Here's Grimes, defended by Bridges. In the corner, George with it. And no good, had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Hard who brings up the ball for the Knicks. Embiid with the steal, all by himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Such a savvy defender. Embiid just reads opponents well and loves going for steals.
Brunson draws the double. Pass to Hart. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. And Towns throws it down.
And this is why he's a go-to option. Towns enjoys getting a chance to come up big for his team.
At the teardrop, Abusele. A second chance effort outside for George. Embiid sets the pick for George. 5 to shoot. Here's Grimes. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. George has got 3 assists tonight.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And he lives for the moment. Brunson playing his best during crunch time.
Maxey into the lane. Outside, George. There's the screen. And he drives in. Count the basket. And the 76ers lead by 2.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Anunoby has the open look. Second chance shot. Towns, no luck. Philadelphia has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Maxey. And he lays it straight in. Now it's a 4-point 76ers lead.
Attacking in a big moment. Maxey is not holding back.
Brunson scanning the floor. The kick out to Anunoby. Towns with it. Now defended by Embiid. Here's Anunoby. Bridges, no one around him. It counts. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
ICE. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Count it! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Showing time and time again he is comfortable being that first option. Brunson delivering in the clutch.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And they go to the intentional foul. He sinks the clutch free throw.
Jalen Brunson, 2 shots.
Can't sink it. And that was an important free throw.
I know he's kicking himself for not snatching the lead. But look, he tied things up.
Now, here's Maxey. Ooh, offline. And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. And we've got more action coming your way after this break. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this one. Anunoby out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Bridges. Then there's Towns. And it's Brunson in at the 1. Pass to Embiid. Five on the clock. And they call the foul. So he's got the and 1 chance here to make it a 3-point play.
We see this so often. Embiid makes a strong move, drawing contact, and completes the play.
Knicks trail by 3. Here's Brunson. Converting through contact. Nice job by Brunson.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
George against Anunoby. George looking around to the inside. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stop down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And that is an absolute heartbreaker of a turnover. In a close game like this, that might be enough to impact how it ends.
And the 76ers making a change here. Maxey's checked in. Pass to Grimes. There's a good screen. Pocket 6. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Down low, stolen by Brunson. Pushing it up, fires the 3. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. Philadelphia leading by 5. Here's Embiid, and the shot is good. And it's 13 points for Joel Embiid.
Continuing to impress as a playmaker. George's ability to facilitate an offense is one of his many strengths.
Bridges with some nice defense. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the floor since the start of overtime. And it's Towns missing. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
Whoa, there is the nasty streak that I like to see from Embiid. He wants to destroy you, and I love it when he's got that look in his eye.
Brunson, no good. Philadelphia with the ball. Stringing it together. They've got an 11-2 run going.
And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Brunson outside. New York, no good that time either.
And guys, overtime not nearly as competitive as regulation. They used up all their energy just getting it to overtime.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That'll be a jump ball.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. They had to scrape and claw to push it to over. Thank you, David. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard.
Day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, B.A., absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
And here's the starting group for the New York Knicks. Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Bridges.
Oh, my God. Look out below. When Mikal Bridges saying, don't sleep on my athleticism, some big-time hops.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim. Brunson up top. Bridges outside. Porter with the steal. Gordon on the wing. He's covered by Hart. Outside for Porter. Into the lane. And then Porter with the dunk.
Okay, Michael Porter. I mean, he just explodes inside and up to the rim before anyone can stop him.
Brunson passes to Anunoby. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Just such a terrific dunker.
Man, born to fly, that's for sure. Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And the first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Here's Brunson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Towns. Jokic grabs the board. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. For 3, Gordon. The rebound by Bridges.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And Brunson with the bucket on the assist by Towns.
That's a great feed by Cat. Those assist numbers have improved big time over the years.
Here's Jokic, and the dunk by Jokic.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Shoots from 14. Here's Hart. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Doris, it's hard to believe the Knicks title drought has gone on for over 50 years now.
Oh, that fan base is just dying for an opportunity to win the championship. And here's the thing, B.A., what I love about that fan base, through all the years where the Knicks struggled, on any given night, that building is as electric as any in the league.
Murray passes to Jokic.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
Porter with a screen on Towns. Jokic, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Brunson finds Hart. Here's Anunoby. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. And another dime for him.
And he's nearing this franchise's single-season record for assists, piling them up all year long.
And he and his teammates have such chemistry at this point. There's that unspoken connection and understanding of how they want to play. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Bridges. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Yeah, great clock awareness by Mikal Bridges. Plenty of time. You don't have to speed up.
On the wing, Murray. He's guarded by Bridges. The drive by Murray. And he drives in. Brown, soft touch off the glass. Brown's got his second basket of the night.
This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
Brunson with it, and the layup is good.
Yeah, don't be fooled by the height, guys. Brunson is a terrific finisher inside.
Jokic with a screen on Brunson. Murray with it. Towns covering. Jokic, no good.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And Brunson, here we go. Outside Anunoby. Pass to Towns. Hard with it. Defended by Gordon. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. The Nuggets on top, up 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Well, hey, guys, I mean, can we talk about how unselfish they've been? Just racking up the assist numbers, moving it around with great precision.
And they've also shown dominance in the paint so far tonight, really putting the work in down low.
Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at the 1. That's the group for Denver getting going in the second. Sneak it inside. It's Brunson.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the 3-ball.
Now Murray to the inside. Now here's Gordon. Back to Murray. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. The Knicks, one of the top defensive teams in the league, and it starts in the paint. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, quote, "We've prided ourselves on having a tight shell. We've got great rim protection, guys who take charges, and we're aggressive on the ball. Guys, great defense has always been Tibbs' MO."
And nothing has changed now. Thanks, Allie. Here's Brown. Brunson defending. The putback.
Well, a tough first quarter for this guy. You like to see the shot go in. Nicely done.
Knicks trail by 6. And here's Brunson. He has 6. Up top, Bridges. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bridges has got 6.
Oh, Mikal Bridges with the big-time strength on that finish.
Murray inside. Brunson defending. Jokic against Towns. Puts up a 3. Jokic, no good. The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Towns, a screen on Gordon. Kicks it out, Towns. Let's go with a 3. Knocks it down from distance. Now just a 1-point Denver lead. Grant, there's such intense rivalries at the college level. Do any of those carry?
Oh, hey! How about that?
Wow, how about the burst? Aaron Gordon off the floor so fast. Don't sleep on him, gentlemen. You're going to look silly.
To the middle. And hard with a basket on the assist from Brunson.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Murray against Brunson. Murray, shot is good.
He's been perfect this quarter. They keep feeding him, and he keeps delivering.
Brunson looks it over. From the arc. Jokic grabs the board.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Back to Bridges. And stolen by Jokic. To the left wing. Here's Brown. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. And now it's a 6-point Denver lead.
A solid read from Porter Jr. When he makes quality passes like this, it helps his team's overall chemistry.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Nuggets. And right here, the 2K leaderboard shows us which teams made the most of their second chance opportunities last year. Second, the Knicks.
This is a hustle stat. This team pounded the offensive glass, and it shows in their numbers from last year.
Payne's checked in for New York. To the paint. Here's Gordon. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Here's Payne. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. There's 53 seconds left in the second quarter. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Robinson, he's checked in for Towns. Achua comes in for Hart. Beauchamp, he's checked in for Anunoby. And it's McBride in for Mikal Bridges. Jokic with a screen on Payne. The drive by Murray. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
He's putting on a show this quarter, and the team's feeding off his energy.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Outside Achua. Brown grabs the board.
That's their plan to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And then Porter with the dunk.
As of this moment, they look absolutely unstoppable.
Boy, it looks like their confidence is at an all-time high, just feeding off each other right now.
Achua for 3. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. Jamal Murray, he's been the guy making. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
But look here now at New York. Like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah, and returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the Denver Nuggets. Appreciate you joining us. It's been our...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Really an incredible game from Jamal Murray.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executed.
Well, one of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
On the court right now for the Knicks, we've got OG Anunoby. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's Mikal Bridges, and it's Brunson in at point guard. Westbrook right side. That one goes. Count it. Westbrook's got his first bucket in this one.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Doris, think about Russell Westbrook's career. All-time NBA leader in triple-doubles.
BA, there is so much to admire about Russell Westbrook, but I'm going to begin with something that I think is undervalued, and that's his willingness as a great player to play hard every single night on both ends of the floor. Tough, competitive, and skilled. He's a Hall of Famer.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put it in.
Oh, my goodness! Yikes! Oh, what a finish.
When Russell Westbrook makes a defensive play and gets in the open floor, look out, he will finish the play.
Bridges outside. And there's the screen. Back to Hart. Fires the 3. Strother grabs a miss. Denver leading by 15. Pass to Westbrook. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. Back to Jordan. The Knicks with the rebound.
They tried to stay perfect in the half, but 3 for 4 now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Jalen Brunson's craft sets him apart. He said, quote, "I've always played with my instincts and tried to see the game a couple plays ahead. As I've gotten older, that part of my game has gotten wiser and better, but I'm still learning." Brian, that's a scary thought for the rest of the league.
He's already plenty dangerous, Allie. Looking at last year, here were the players that led the way in terms of overall scoring. Jalen Brunson, 4th.
This is a guy who never took a night off. You look at his numbers and you know that he put in a tremendous effort every single game.
New York making a switch here. Wright's checked in.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
Here's Bridges. Wright outside. Shot clock at 5. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
You have to account for Jelon Wright at the cup. This guy has good size at his position.
Here's the 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. John Char's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. 4-3. And again, Denver with a 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. And Anunoby for 3. They get it back. Out to Bridges. Second chance shot. Towns has got room. And it comes off the front of the rim.
Boy, he really wanted that shot, trying to make the defense pay for leaving him that wide open.
And they're refusing to take a break, even with a nice lead. They just continue to attack. You have to love it.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
Defensively, got to close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. The Knicks pull it in. A minute 6 left in the third quarter. Hart. Right outside. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Shot's good by Towns.
That's the confidence of Towns. This guy, regardless of situation, believes that shot is going in.
Westbrook, the pass to Chanchar. There's 37 seconds left in the third quarter. From outside the arc. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Here's Hart. Chanchar with the rebound.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Westbrook outside. The 3 ball. He buries it from 3. Westbrook's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Russell Westbrook has never been shy about letting it fly, and if he gets cooking from deep, boy, it is scary.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got DeAndre Jordan, Russell Westbrook out there with Peyton Watson, and it's Strother in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Outside Hart. Here's Payne. No good with a jumper from the wing. Denver leading by 19. Westbrook outside. Pass to Chanchar. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Chanchar's got 10 points in just the second half.
Well, Russ making the great read. Outstanding work, understanding the floor and finding his open teammate. How about the assist coming off the deck? What a pretty bounce pass.
Westbrook outside. And the 3 off target. Knicks trail by 19. And here's Payne outside. Bridges passes to Robinson. Kicks it out to Anunoby. The Knicks rebound. Bridges finds Anunoby. The three is up. Chanchar with the rebound. Chanchar's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Westbrook. Takes the three. Rebounded by Payne.
I'll tell you, it has not been this guy's best night, but the teammates have been there to pick up the slack. Love it.
Back to Anunoby. Poke loose. Now Bridges. Back to Anunoby. Anunoby with another miss.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
And booking Chanchar.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Yes, it's good.
Assisted by.
Here's Westbrook. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. Hart against Jordan. Hart pulls it in. Hart's got 4 rebounds in the game.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
That one goes in.
How about the timing? It could be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Here's Robinson. Rebounded by Denver. Up top, Westbrook. Defended by Payne. And the shot is good by Westbrook.
Boy, it will take more than that kind of defense to stop this guy. Russell Westbrook so fierce on the interior.
Anunoby passes to Robinson. From downtown. And DeAndre Jordan gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
A terrific box out that draws the over-the-back call.
Well, just good fundamental basketball. You go hunt a body, make sure you box out. Good job.
And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. Denver has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Porter. Count the basket.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nuggets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And so this win marks their first victory of the new year.
Well, at least they're going to take one game in this season series. It was an uphill climb.
Towns against Porter. Towns passes to Bridges. Just 5 on the clock. Right wing. Here's Brunson outside. And it's Brunson again missing.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
They get it again. And here's Jokic outside. Drops in the 3.
Their home crowd has energized them all game. Now they're closing it out.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And here's Brunson from the arc. And it's Brunson again missing. And here's Denver. They're on a 16-4 run. Outside Murray. Pass to Jokic. And he banks in the layup.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. They didn't have... Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce.
I know you do. One thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. George is out there with Yabusele. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard.
Yeah, quick foul.
And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Murray from deep three-point territory. The long-distance three is buried. Murray's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for Denver. You know, Coach, guys who are really productive, like Jamal Murray, often have turnover issues. But you know what? He really doesn't struggle with that.
No, he doesn't, and that's one of the great things about him, Kevin. He can be that aggressive but stay under control and take care of the ball. Always poised, nothing seems to bother.
That's an added quality that you don't see with a lot of guys who shoot and score as much as he does. We're about 1 minute into the first, and a wide open look for Porter. His three-pointer's off the mark.
I can't believe he missed that three. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
Jokic with it. Maxey covering. Here's Porter. He takes it in. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Well, I like the decision by Porter Jr. to just push right through the defensive resistance on that drive.
Knocked loose and stolen by Murray. Goes up, and it's Murray with the jam.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
A pretty nimble guy. Maxey mixes up the defender with that dribble move to create space.
Jokic with the screen on Maxey. Shot by Gordon, wide open. Connects from three-point range.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Embiid. Jokic with the steal. And now, here comes Gordon leading the break. And another assist for him.
And he's nearing this franchise's single-season record for assists. He has been piling them up all year long.
He and his teammates have such chemistry at this point. There's that unspoken connection and understanding of how they want to play.
That's his first personal foul.
Brown, the pass to Jokic. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. That's tipped and stolen by Maxey. To the paint, here's Grimes. Pass to Yabusele. Outside, George. Driving to the basket. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Great timing by Jokic allows him to block that shot.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
So it's Philadelphia now. After Michael Porter made the last three-pointer. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. And the layup is good. Maxey's got 6.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Murray with it. 7 points in the game.
Wow, that's a tough foul to take there. That gives him 2 early on, and the coach might have to cut his minutes a bit.
Now here's Murray.
Number 20, Jared McCain.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Brown. And the 3 off target. Last outing for Denver, they won that game against the Rockets in Houston.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Murray kicks to Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
This is his first free throw of the game.
At the line for 2.
And Jokic drops them both.
Well, you have to appreciate a big man who can step up to the line and knock it down with confidence.
Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. Nuggets ahead. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Denver.
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And guys, they've also done a great job generating offense from their defense, forcing turnovers and making the defense pay for those mistakes.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Abusele out there with Embiid. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Maxey.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
21st pick in the 2022 draft, Christian Brown, who won a title with Denver during his rookie year. And then Coach Michael Malone used him in certain situations, and he flourished.
Well, you know, Kevin, he won a college championship the year before. This guy's played in a lot of high-pressure games, and that is what has given Michael Malone the confidence to go with him. He was ready for those moments.
Ready indeed. Porter, no luck. The 76ers trail by 6. Embiid, the pass to Yabusele. Back to Embiid. Lets it go from 11. Off the left rim and out. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia, where they were able to handle the 76ers.
And their last matchup was a nail-biter, but they hung on, and in part it was because of their rebound. Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive, so there's a balance.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Here's Brown, drills the three-pointer. Brown's got 5.
Yeah, nice vision from Gordon. He knew his teammate was there all the way.
And stolen by Gordon. And they're on the break. The 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Here's Embiid. Oh, Embiid, too tough inside.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
Porter finds Jokic. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Poked away. And here's the fast break. Maxey leading the way. Here's Embiid. And it's Jokic with the rebound. Jokic just got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And the basket by Gordon. That's 10 points for Aaron Gordon. Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
76ers substitution.
Here's Murray. He has 7. Pass to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Jokic missing. The 76ers trail by 10. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, when you look at the draft, it seems talent evaluators have a type. LeBron James says our league is always hungry for potential. That's the whole focus of the lottery. It makes sense that those guys who are taken 16 through 30 are on real contending teams and making impacts. Of course, Kevin, everybody wants to draft the next LeBron. Good luck with that.
Or work with the next David Aldridge, a Hall of Famer. David, thank you. And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight.
At about an 82% clip a season ago, so I'm sure he'll take those numbers.
George finds Oubre. Back to George. Oubre, a screen on Porter. George. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Gordon with the screen for Murray. Outside Gordon. No good from outside. The 76ers trail by 11. A nice shot by McCain. McCain's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
Here's Grimes, guarded by Porter, and Embiid throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, they've really tapped into Gordon's scoring here, and he's playing with a lot of confidence.
Embiid rumbling in.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Murray kicks to Jokic. Outside Gordon. Pass to Murray. Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. And so that brings the first half to a close. Nuggets lead by 7. Just noticed. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the 3rd quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
They've had a lot of success in transition, running for their lives like a turkey in November. Bark, bark, bark.
I don't know that. And now, not a bad. Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to Kevin Harlan for the start of the 2nd half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, I'd love to see what they drew up in the locker room, because you're right. He's the problem right now.
We've got DeAndre Jordan, Russell Westbrook out there with Peyton Watson. And it's Junshar at the power forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Out to the right wing. Pass to Junshar. Jordan trying to free himself up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his 2nd personal.
That one on Embiid.
All the officials are all over that one.
Denver shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
Well, he's been very good at the line, and we all know Free throws can make or break you in the end.
And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to 5 on the bucket from Edwards.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's Strother. Pass to Chanchar. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. For Denver, they have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5. Butler, he's checked in for the 76ers. He hits the second from the line. And he nails the third. The 76ers trail by 8. From deep, George. A shot, no good.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
Inside, here's Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
And Westbrook pulls it down. And here's Denver. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. And he gets the bucket. Chanchar's got 10 points here in the second half.
That makes 3 in a row to start the second half.
From deep, George. It's hauled in by Watson.
Oof, this has been brutal. I mean, he still hasn't made a single shot. No wonder they're struggling.
And finished off by Westbrook.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Here's Watson. The shot comes out. Excellent D there from George.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Back to Butler. Pass to George. Edwards with the screen for George. Plays it up off the glass.
And with his strength, George is not your average swing player. He can get his in the paint.
Chanchar, no good on the three. The 76ers trail by 15. Grimes passes to Edwards. Can't hit from in close. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. That one goes. Count it.
One of the more athletic bigs in our league. Jordan can make defenders pay on the drive.
It's good. Drummond's got his first bucket of the night. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Knocks it loose. And there's the call on Andre Drummond. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Substitution on the court.
Westbrook drives in. Basket counts. Westbrook's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The 76ers trail by 17. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And count it from 19 feet away. Edwards got his second bucket of the game to go. Here's Westbrook. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up empty.
Gordon kicks to Edwards. And 1:01 left in the third. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Nuggets.
Well, look, you have to be able to count on energy and effort every night, and they're showing a lot of it with this transition.
And they've also forced a lot of turnovers, capitalizing and turning those turnovers into points. Way to get after it.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Yabusele, he's checked in for Edwards. Kelly Oubre comes in for Gordon. And Maxey subbed in for Walker.
And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
And Jokic slings it in.
The sneaky athleticism of Jokic, reminding everyone that he's capable of hammering it down on those alley-oops. And you know what? Very close to a three-point play right there.
Philadelphia shooting their second and third free throws tonight.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
Murray's checked in for the Nuggets.
Well, he's one of the best rebounders we've ever seen. Drummond controls the defensive glass, and at the other end, he creates second chance opportunities.
Maxey, no good. Denver leading by 20. Here's Brown. It's good from long range. Brown's got 8.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
The 3. That's good from Porter on the assist by Jokic. He's got 13.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got...
And so it's Denver finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. Right back after this break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his team.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth, Andre Drummond is out there with Yabusele. Then there's Oubre. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the two-guard spot. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Here we are, Stan, seeing more and more great international players in the NBA. And you've had a chance to coach some of the good ones as well.
Well, yeah, look, Kevin, you're right about the league now. We see every year, it seems like, the MVP is an international player. I had Hedo Turkoglu as a big part of what we did in Orlando, was the most improved player in the league one year and a key part of our team that made it to the finals. 6'10".
And again, another assist.
And he's been piling up the assists all season.
In fact, that last assist tied him for the most in a single season in franchise history. Nice shot by Yabusele.
Yeah, spotting the open teammate there. Nice work by Maxey.
And that one's good by Porter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. Beyond the arc. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Porter's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's been reliable from the floor, and that's reflected on the scoreboard. Thin margin of error right there. You have to work for a better shot.
Jokic, that's a two-pointer. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
It's good. Nice touch there from Maxey.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And a deep three from Jokic. And again, Denver with the triple.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc, a key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on a three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
And the leaping ability of Oubre Jr. When he gets inside, this guy's determined to finish.
And finished off by Oubre.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Poke loose. Here's McCain. Murray surveying the D. Outside Porter. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. An emphatic LU jam.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Nuggets.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
They were really smart in the use of that game plan tonight. Used it in their first 2 games against this team, which equal to 2 wins.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Aaron Gordon.
And how about his defense in this one? He was just wreaking havoc and racking up the steals. Really tremendous effort on that end.
Here's McCain going inside. That one good for 2.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Pass to Murray. There's the 3. And again, Denver with the triple.
Taking no chances. They go on one last run to seal the deal.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Floats it up for Murray. Out of bounds. Philadelphia takes possession.
And the misconnection there. Fans guarding their beverages. That's a pass he'd like back for sure.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. There's the steal. Murray outside. Here's Brown. Can't cash in from close range. And so it's Denver taking care of business in this one. And the outcome of this one, what? All right, David, thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
night for these two teams in this new NBA season.
And we've been waiting all summer, BA, to kick this thing off. So much excitement, so much hope, so much possibility. I'm sure both of these teams are going to come out with a lot of jitters and nervous energy, but we're going to settle in. We're going to see the highest level of play right in front of us. It's time for the NBA to get it started.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. They've got Tyrese Maxey. Joel Embiid is out there with Paul George. And it's Yabusele in at the power forward position. Up top, Maxey. George outside. Going inside, Yabusele. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
What a nice attribute to have with your wing player being able to operate and control the offense. That's what PG can do.
Brunson surveys. And about a minute gone in the first quarter. Uneasy, too, on the layup.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
George passes to Grimes. Shot clock at 6. Embiid, a screen on Anunoby. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. New York with the ball. They came away with a victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
Yeah, they destroyed this team on the glass in the last meeting.
And those are 2 points earned by Jalen Brunson.
With Brunson being undersized, he has such a great feel for how to create space, Brent.
Incredible footwork, PA, the way he puts the needle on the record and just scratches it and pivots around and makes defenders jump and move. Amazing manipulation skills at the point guard position for a guy his size to get it done in the painted area.
Here's Anunoby, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
With a little zest that time, Anunoby unleashing that athleticism at the rim.
There's a screen. Here's Embiid. And he buries his first look.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Here's Brunson. Lays it up and banks it in. Brunson's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they are 5 of 5, and the D has to be concerned.
It's Embiid penetrating, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, we've seen them take advantage of the lanes given to them so far. The defense isn't plugging it up, and it's being exploited.
Well, a lot of the players are doing a good job as well of scanning the interior part of the paint. All those inside looks, those are paying off.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Brunson. 6 points for him. And the bucket is good. Brunson's got 8.
He still hasn't missed. 4 for 4 to start the game.
Here's Maxey. The Knicks pull it in.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Bridges, left side. Pass to Hart. Bridges against Maxey. Now here's Hart, tightly guarded. The rebound by Yabusele.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
The Knicks have got 6 of 8 shots to go. Bridges outside. Here's Brunson outside. Ooh, he's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Only 6'2", but Maxey got some spring in his step.
55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Brunson. Here's Anunoby. The shot misses. 76ers trail by 3. Now here's George. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Yeah, Paul George anticipating contact, preparing for it. And just how smooth the finish was that, Kevin.
And that one's good for Brunson. 13 points in the game.
Pretty easy right now. Clear out, give him some space, let him get to work.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Grimes. He's guarded by Bridges. Embiid against Towns. And then Embiid with the dunk.
At 7 feet tall, Embiid looks to dunk often, especially when he's got good positioning.
And the layup is good off the glass. Brunson's got 15 points.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. He was dominant this. Good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. They've got Joel Embiid. George out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard spot. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
All right, Brent, in an ideal world, if you're team building and you have the ability to build around a type of superstar, what would that look like for you?
Well, B.A., the game has changed so much. We see that the most valuable players now, today, are big wings that can handle the physical rigors of both ends of the floor, playing offense and defense, can have the ball in their hands and create advantage every time they touch the ball, whether they're scoring it or making plays for their teammates. But the biggest factor is this guy has to motivate and ingratiate himself to the rest of the team. Those are true high-level championship caliber players.
Now here's Bridges. Defense is right there. No problems knocking that one down. 17 points in the game.
And aren't we here with Brunson? This is what we expect from him, crafty and efficient.
Kicks it to George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Well, when you talk about a classic 3-and-D guy, Paul George is one of the first to come to mind, Brent.
I agree, B.A. I think he's been a little bit underappreciated, but this guy, both ends of the floor, with the ability to score and defend, is elite.
Oubre, he's checked in for the Sixers. Maxey against Brunson. Shoots over Maxey. Brunson finds Hart. Takes it inside. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
A reminder to the defense, Hart will drive if you give him that kind of room.
Embiid, a screen on Brunson. Here's Maxey. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
And it's Bridges with the jam.
What a stuff there. Bridges doing it with authority.
Embiid passes to Maxey. Here's Grimes. They set a pick. And that one is hammered home.
Oh, come on, B.A. I mean, where's the defense? That's just too easy.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job in help.
Yeah, we see this all too often. The team gets a huge lead, and then their guard gets let down.
Kicks it out, Towns. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And yeah, this is what you like to see from Towns, using his size and strength to make things happen.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Greg.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
PG showing that's a signature dunk from him.
Fantastic work down low from the crafty Brunson.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Here's George. Got it. Good job in the low post. George has got 6 in the quarter.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Outside Brunson. Wow! Now 10 for 10 after that one. He's on fire.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
And George with the jam.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Now here's Brunson. Not a lot of room. Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Oh, Embiid with the slam.
I've just seen these massive leaps from Paul George throughout his career, particularly as a playmaker.
And Brunson, here we go. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Brunson's got 25 points in the game.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
Oubre, a screen on Anunoby. Here's George. And the jam by George.
Paul George dunk contest? Maybe a little older, but I love to see him get up.
Towns down low. Embiid's there. Here's Brunson. Uses the glass on the layup. 27 points for him.
Well, this is a gravity game right now. Whatever he throws up must come down. He's having a great game.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Stolen by Bridges. Anunoby with it. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And so we wrap up the first half. Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be right back to begin the third quarter right after this.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule. Glancing at the upcoming schedule when you guys played against one another, did you always have your games circled on the calendar?
I mean, not really. I just assumed they would be an easy win for us, Arnie.
Kenny, now you tripping. You know I always give your teams the business. I know, except in the finals when you swept us.
I should have known not to ask that question. And turning back to our first half, things going well. Extremely well for the New York Knicks. Thanks for joining us.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. You look at Jalen Brunson in this game, he's been everywhere.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
They've got Landry Shamet. Mikal Bridges is out there with Cameron Payne. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's Anunoby in at the 5. That's Tom Thibodeau's 5 as we get going in the second half. And always interesting to look back at last season. These were the NBA's best transition teams. 5th best, Philadelphia.
They would just push the ball at every opportunity, even when defenders had already gotten back.
That one's off.
Landry Shamet, one of those guys continuing to hone his skills, trying to become more of an impactful player in the two-way format, both on defense and with that shooting ability.
Achua's checked in for New York. Drummond's checked in for Philadelphia. Lowry comes in for Doughton. Grimes' shot is off. New York leading by 11. Well, Grant, one thing about this Knicks team, they have a clear identity.
Yeah, they have the mentality of their city, New York City. playing the game with passion and in-your-face attitude. And, of course, these Knicks leave it all out on the floor.
Embiid gets the bucket.
2 strong points from Embiid. His M.O. is to own the painted area.
Here's Payne. He gets it in there. And the Knicks lead by 11.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
Embiid's gotten everything to fall, shooting 6 for 6 on the night. Payne against Lowry. Oh, stolen by Embiid. In transition, here they come. And the jam by George.
Just playing hard. George not letting up at all at the offensive end.
Payne with the bucket. Payne's gotten a second bucket on the night. 76ers trail by 9. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
New York making a switch here. Wright's checked in. Inside. And the jam by Drummond.
Another game and another dunk from Andre Drummond. That's where he likes to live.
Wright with the ball. And Drummond picks him up defensively. Back to Wright. Pass to Hart. From behind the arc. Paul George pulls it in. And so it's George with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. They trail by 7. Yabusele lays it up and banks it in. 5 points in the game.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Okay, good game plan. Start the second half. 3 of 4 so far from the field.
Butler passes to Grimes. Back to Butler. Here's Yabusele. Back to Butler. 5 to shoot. Drummond the screen on Wright. Yabusele. Kept alive. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair.
Drummond has the ball where he likes it. He's going to attack with force. He's such a physical player that way.
A big group substitution here for New York. Karl Anthony Towns is checked in for Achua. Anunoby comes in for Shamet. Mikal Bridges checked in for Wright. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Payne. Here's Brunson. Banked it in off the glass. Brunson's got 29.
As much as you like Jalen Brunson, he believes in himself more than you do. Confidence translated.
Here's Maxey. And he lays it up and in.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Knicks leading by 6. Knocks it loose. It's stolen by Maxey. By himself. Throw it down on the breakaway jam.
And Maxey is especially dangerous in these situations. When he has room to run, good luck stopping him.
Outside Hart. Lets it go from deep. Gets the 3 to fall. Hart's got 5 points.
Yeah, draw the D in, kick it out for the open shot. That's taking the page straight out of your textbook. Well done.
And it's Maxey missing.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Brunson against Maxey. Brunson passes to Anunoby. Out to Bridges. 6 on the shot clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Towns can't get it to go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Drummond. Out left to the wing. Drummond with the screen. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It goes on Josh Hart. Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That free throw no good. Edwards, he's checked in for the Sixers. Good on the second one. There's 25 seconds left in the third. Pass to Towns. 3-pointer. Rebound by the 76ers. Here's McCain. Edwards a screen on Bridges. For three, Maxey gets the three ball to go. Maxey's got 7 points for the quarter.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And as we finish the third quarter, it's still close. Both teams trading buckets. Knicks out in front, up by 3. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
What an advantage if your off-guard can make plays so valuable.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. We've got Kelly Oubre. He's out there with Edwards. And it's Maxey in at the point. 2 on the clock.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Brunson finds Anunoby. Back to Brunson. And so he draws the foul, and they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge.
But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And the 76ers making a change here. Drummond's checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse had to say to the team. Well, Coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Both free throws, good from Brunson.
Well, if you're a basketball player, through your entire basketball life, you're going to hear coaches harp on you about free throws. It seems like Brunson has heard those messages loud and clear.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Brunson with the finish inside.
And mixing it up down low. Brunson, not the tallest guy on the floor, but he can finish around the basket.
Pass to McCain. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And Brunson's got the ball here for the New York Knicks. They've led by as many as 11. Floats one. Drummond grabs the miss. The Sixers trailing. To the inside. Yabusele. And a nice finish on the layup.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
Well, the Knicks shooting 76%. You don't see this often. And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Moving along. 2 minutes gone in the fourth. And there's a pick. Here's Hart. That one drops for him. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Gritty play by a gritty player, Josh Hart. Hard to deny it.
George passes to Embiid. Ooh, look at Embiid converting in close.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Here's Brunson, and it's good. 2 points. Brunson's got 6 in the quarter.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Here's Yabusele beyond the arc. And here's Embiid. And here, Embiid, the finish.
And one thing you can say about Embiid, he never shrinks from the moment.
Now here's Brunson. Defense right on him. And the shot goes down. Brunson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Oh, huge moment from JB. Brunson knocking it down.
Pass to Maxey. A minute 15 left in the fourth quarter.
Oh, commanding the ball in big spots. Maxey is so fearless.
Outside Brunson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Man, the defender really went after him.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for Philadelphia.
They've been all about high percentage looks in this game, working the ball inside and doing whatever it takes to get it to go.
You probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off. Go ahead and lead them, Paul George, stepping up a huge shot at this moment in the game.
And it's Brunson missing. The Sixers leading. George passes to Embiid. Here's Yabusele. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
Yeah, the passing has only gotten better from Embiid. It adds a huge element to his game.
Right side, Brunson. Left side, Hart. Now Brunson. Count it! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
And stolen by Brunson. 36 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it out Towns. Outside Anunoby. Over Embiid. Anunoby can't get it to go. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Obviously, not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
In this situation, you go all in for a steal off the inbounds pass. If they can't get one, they've got to foul and send them to the line.
And so they foul intentionally. First free throw is good, and that'll put them up 2. And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
If they leave the arc open, take it. But it may be safer to get a quick 2 and then foul.
Don't force something up. You got to be smart here.
Here's Brunson outside. No good from 3-point range. Here's Grimes. Yep, it's good.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around.
All right, Allie, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So alongside Grant Hill.
of the season. Wow, it's fun to be here. And Clark, this is the culmination of all the hard work put in over the summer.
Yeah, you talk to the players on both sides, and there's optimism about this upcoming year. We'll see if that optimism is justified over time.
Now let's take a look at Denver's opening lineup. The forwards are Porter Jr. and Gordon to his side. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brunson against Murray. No good on the triple. And it's Gordon with the ball. He brings it up for the Nuggets. Gordon with the screen for Porter. Back to Gordon. Pass to Porter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Josh Hart. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Murray. His last outing, 16 points for him. Jacks up a three. Rebounded by Hart. New York with the ball. Last time these two teams came together was also in this building. They were able to win it for the home fans.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, and causing a lot of turnovers, as you well know, means cashing in on those opportunities, which really can put a team in a bad way in a hurry.
And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Here's Brunson. Outside, Towns. Out to Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. Just 5 on the clock. That falls. Nice speed that time from Brunson.
You know, he does a little bit of everything. When Hart is draining the three-pointer, that's when he's most dangerous.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Brunson, he's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And Brunson recognizes how to execute inside. The D must be more physical with him.
And it's Gordon missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Three-pointer. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Only 1 miss in the first 5 attempts. Clearly feeling it.
Jokic a screen. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Anunoby. New York leading by 4. The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. OG Anunoby has become a great complementary offensive weapon. Coach Tom Thibodeau says he's got a really good feel for it. He's very unique in that sense. He knows how to read defenses and how to attack. Kevin, his acquisition has taken this team to another level at both ends of the court. Back to you.
DA, it's been phenomenal. No question about that whatsoever. Thank you so much.
You know, when Murray finishes like this, guys, it shows you how aggressive his mindset is in attacking the defense.
And, Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
Here's Brunson. Makes it off the glass. Brunson's got 7 points.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Here's Brown. Misses the 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And it's sent back by Jokic.
What I like about Jokic defensively is what I like about him overall. Great instincts.
Pass to Towns. Second shot opportunity. Anunoby kicks to Bridges. Murray against Brunson. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. 9 points in the game so far. The Nuggets trail by 8. 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. New York with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. 19 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Now, here's Bridges. Still yet to score. Pass to Hart. Here's the three. It doesn't go for him. And so it's New York in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Knicks.
Tons of points off penetration so far, guys. They're driving at will on the defense, just taking whatever they want.
In addition to that, they've thrown their weight around inside tonight, too, thumping and bumping in the paint. A lot of their points have come from inside.
On the floor for Denver as we get going here in the second quarter. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. The 4 and the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Porter in at the 3. Towns, the pass to Anunoby. And Anunoby slams it in.
And, you know, the height of Towns gives him an advantage in seeing the floor so well. He's excellent at making these nice passes.
Now Hart to the inside. And Anunoby slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Murray, the pass to Porter. And finished off by Porter.
Well, when you've got Porter's length, this is what you can do. It makes it easy to get to the rim for the throwdown.
Brunson against Murray. Brunson being aggressive.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Well, Greg, the Knicks have certainly brought hope back to the city of New York.
And it's been fun to watch. The fans are rallying behind this team. And it's not just because they're winning. It's the way they're winning. They play with heart and hustle.
Denver on D. It's a 10-point game. Towns, high post. He's against Jokic. And the dunk by Towns.
The 7-footer Towns using his size to perfection down low.
Gordon with a screen on Brunson. Kicks it out to Gordon. And they double up Gordon. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. And that one's good by Porter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Gordon with a screen on Brunson. Murray finds Gordon. Here's Brown. Fires for 3. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got his 4th assist in this one.
You know, I really like seeing this from Murray. Looking to get his open teammates involved. Being a willing passer is impressive to his teammates.
Mark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. They wore me out too, partner. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka. Woo! Yeah, don't make my head spin.
And so it's Towns with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. Bridges outside. They kick out to Anunoby. Shoots. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Porter against Bridges. And tapped down the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Really hard not to foul there. Tall with elite skills. Porter Jr. is a handful in the painted area.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throws of the night.
And if we want to take a look back, they converted about 76% from the line.
And, you know, whenever they get into a stretch where it looked like maybe they would turn it around at the line, they would immediately take a step back.
Bridges for three. The Nuggets trail by 9. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed in there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Got to stay active when Gordon's out there. I mean, his ability to make something out of nothing is huge for this team.
Gordon against Brunson. It's Hart on the wing. Brunson kicks to Hart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Towns the pass to Hart. New York needs to get off a shot, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Nuggets ball.
So for the Nuggets, their last game, a win against the Rockets in Houston. Outside Gordon. Pass to Brown. Murray against Brunson. The kick out to Porter. Now here's Gordon. Over Hart. Here's Jokic. Things getting physical, but Jokic hammers it out and wins.
Jokic is an absolute beast. He does it all at the offensive end. Scoring, passing, rebounding. He stuffs the stat sheet in a big way.
Brunson the pass to Hart. And again, it's the Knicks missing. Not going to go that time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Knicks out front. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter.
Fans.
They've been choosy when hunting for shots, guys. I like that. Trying to capitalize on every single possession.
Okay, so now, and that is...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You know, Jalen Brunson has been exceptional here, guys. Wow.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
We've got Payne. Achua is out there with Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Miles McBride. And it's Beauchamp in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
Hey, you can't diminish Westbrook's triple-doubles, but just as important to me are the intangibles. His passion, his tenacity, his competitive spirit and drive. I mean, that infects the whole team in a positive way.
Here's Robinson to the left side wing. Achua finds Robinson. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Reads the play well there and gets himself in the air at just the right time. Terrific denial.
Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Pass to Robinson. Jordan with the steal. There's Chunchar. Offensive rebound. Lets it go with a 3. What's in the screen? Pass to Chunchar. From past the arc, Robinson pulls it in.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And here's Payne. Down low. And the dunk by Robinson.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Great open look there.
Fellas, he just is struggling to get anything going. Right now, his shooting percentage in the quarter, 20%.
Achua. The dunk by Achua.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake. Boy, this is bad. Tough to watch. I mean, this is really bad. He's stone cold this quarter. Man.
Robinson passes to Beauchamp, and he dunks it down.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Pass to Chunchard. Lets it go from deep. Knicks with the rebound. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's McBride. Robinson kicks to Payne. Westbrook with the steal. And now the fast break. Westbrook with the ball. Drains it from beyond the arc. Westbrook's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive three balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Who's watching him?
Here's Payne. Trying to get open is Robinson. Payne's shot is good.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Payne up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Pass to McBride. Here's Beauchamp. There's a screen by Robinson. Beauchamp passes to McBride. Jordan with it. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. McBride with the ball. Watson's there. Offensive rebound. Payne passes to Achua. It's Robinson high post. Shot clock at 5. It's hauled in by Watson. The Nuggets trail by 5. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now, here's Tucker. T right on him. And Peyton Watson gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Nuggets on D. Trailing by 5. Here's Brunson. Porter with a block.
You know, one area where I think Porter Jr. has surprised a bunch of folks is his shot blocking. I mean, he's got a natural knack for doing it.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
Yeah, and he wasn't someone you wanted to foul if you were defending him last season. 85% is what he made from the line.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Another possession, another assist.
And he's nearing this franchise's single-season record for assists. He has been piling them up all year long.
He and his teammates have such. The third quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 5. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start of the 4th quarter. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
First team foul.
And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
The play is under video review. NBA rules. There will be 2 minutes
to the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Hits the three-point bomb.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's Brunson. It's hauled in by Michael Porter.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
First team foul.
We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Well, that's a nice take and make by Murray, a scoring guard with tremendous skills and confidence.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Jamal Murray is still an elite scorer, and Clark, he has fought through so many injuries.
And it's remarkable that he's as explosive off the bounce as he is after the injuries that he's dealt with. His ability to create a shot, especially at crunch time, one of the best in the league. The pull-up jumper, the teardrop, and the three, he's got all of those.
The Knicks have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Anunoby in the corner. An easy 2 points on the layup. Now it's a 3-point New York lead.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance. And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Jokic sets the screen for Murray. Here's Brown. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 5 assists tonight.
He's so clutch. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Brunson scanning the floor. Floats one up. 5 to shoot. And it's Towns missing.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Jokic with his screen on Bridges. Pass to Jokic. Back to Gordon. And another assist.
And he's been piling up the assists all season.
In fact, that last assist tied him for the most in a single season in franchise history. Outside, Towns. Bridges outside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Oh, a major factor in those 2021 finals. Bridges growing more and more comfortable in the big moment.
Outside Gordon. And the shot goes down. Gordon's got the game tied up here for Denver.
Good to see Gordon coming through with a big basket. I mean, he's no stranger to these high-intensity moments.
And it's sent back by Jokic. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. Here's Brown. It's good, and they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Nuggets lead by 2. And a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Phenomenal work on the defensive end so far. That stands out the most. They've made it their mission to block shots and make things hard for the opposition.
And also, they've made it a point to push it off turnovers. They're playing smart and alert, capitalizing on mistakes. Tremendous job at the line, as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
Jokic with the screen on Brunson. To the middle. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. Towns has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Hart, a shot's good on the assist by Brunson. And now it's a 3-point Knicks lead.
You know, getting inside and doing damage there really elevates Hart's game, and I'd like to see him be that kind of all-around threat.
Outside, Towns. It's good.
Big bucket for him there. Towns happy to put the team on his broad back when he's needed most.
Jokic with his screen on Brunson. Murray, no good. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart.
Hart, that's good.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Hits it from three-point range.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Porter kicks to Jokic to stop the run. And that one, good. Anunoby with it. Over Porter. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. And so it's the Knicks with the win. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a